Zane. Mr Olympia. Life Story by Sabi Color. Australia. Zane. The Sculptor of Aesthetics. Zane is a name that resonates through the halls of bodybuilding history with a quiet, disciplined elegance. He wasn't the biggest bodybuilder. He didn't intimidate with sheer size. Instead, he captured the world with symmetry, proportion, and aesthetics. He brought poetry to muscle, art to anatomy. From humble beginnings to becoming Mr. Olympia 3 times, Zane carved a niche that many admire but few can emulate. Early life and education. Zane was born on June 28, 1942, in Kingston, Pennsylvania, a small coal mining town. Raised in a modest family, Zane was quiet, bookish, and intellectually inclined. As a teenager, he stumbled upon a muscle-building magazine that changed his life. The photos of Steve Reeves and other physique stars of the 1950s lit a fire in him. At the age of 14, Zane started lifting weights. He bought a 30-pound set of dumbbells for $5 and began training in his basement. That small investment would eventually pave the way for one of the most celebrated careers in bodybuilding history. He attended Wilkes University, earning a degree in science, and later acquired a bachelor's and master's degree in psychology. Education was always a parallel path for Zane. Unlike many in the sport, he believed in training both the mind and the body, a philosophy that shaped his entire career. Entering competitive bodybuilding. Zane's competitive journey began in the late 1950s. He won his first title, Mr. Pennsylvania, in 1961. His physique was lean and proportionate, showcasing a different kind of appeal compared to the mass monsters who dominated the stage. In 1965, Zane moved to California, the epicenter of bodybuilding, where legends like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Franco Columbu, and Dave Draper trained at Gold's Gym. During the 1960s and early 70s, Zane competed in various amateur and professional contests. He won Mr. America 1968 and Mr. Universe 1968, cementing his place among the best. His body wasn't huge. He competed at around 185 pounds, but his perfect symmetry, razor-sharp conditioning, and narrow waist were unlike anything the sport had seen. Zane was meticulous. He tracked every meal, every rep, every supplement. His philosophy was about sculpting, not bulking. While others pushed heavy iron to gain mass, Zane preferred high-volume training, with lighter weights and laser focus. He believed in developing the mind-muscle connection, concentrating deeply on every contraction. The rise to Mr. Olympia. The Mr. Olympia title, bodybuilding's highest honor, was long dominated by mass and size. When Arnold retired in 1975, many wondered who would take the mantle. Zane had already defeated Schwarzenegger once in the 1968 Mr. Universe, but Arnold returned the favor by dominating in the 1970s. However, by 1977, the stage was set for Zane. That year, he brought a physique that was lean, graceful, and impossibly well-balanced. He won Mr. Olympia 1977, becoming the lightest Mr. Olympia winner ever at just under 190 pounds. He broke the mold and proved that aesthetics could triumph over sheer bulk. Zane would go on to win the Olympia 3 times in a row: 1977, 1978, and 1979. These years are often called the Zane era, a time when the sport celebrated the golden ratio, the balance between size, symmetry, and conditioning. His signature V-taper, tight abs, and flaring lats became the gold standard. Frank was never one to chase attention or media. He trained in silence, posed with precision, and conducted himself with humility. Fans and judges alike appreciated his approach. He was an intellectual among Iron Men. Near death and the end of Olympia reign. In 1980, Zane suffered a devastating injury. While relaxing in a pool, he slipped and fell, severely injuring his hip and cutting open his urethra. He lost a significant amount of blood, required multiple surgeries, and couldn't train properly for months. Despite this, Zane decided to compete in the 1980 Mr. Olympia. He showed up lean but underweight, around 173 pounds, and placed third, behind Arnold Schwarzenegger, who made a controversial comeback and won, and Chris Dickerson. Many believe Zane should have won or placed higher, considering his condition and aesthetics. The 1980 contest remains one of the most debated in bodybuilding history, with accusations of politics, favoritism, and unfair judging. Frank Zane never complained publicly, but the experience marked the beginning of the end of his competitive journey. He returned for Mr. Olympia 1981 and placed fourth. In 1983, he made his final appearance, finishing in the top 10. After nearly 3 decades of competition, Frank Zane quietly stepped away from the stage. Legacy and philosophy. Frank Zane's impact on bodybuilding is immeasurable. In an era increasingly obsessed with size, he championed aesthetics, grace, and proportion. He proved that a 180-pound man could stand among giants and win not with brute force, but with intelligent design. Zane was also one of the first bodybuilders to emphasize mental training. He practiced meditation, visualization, and affirmations. He believed that the mind controls the muscle and that peak performance required inner calm and clarity. He even used biofeedback techniques, which were rare in bodybuilding at the time. Zane's influence extended far beyond his titles. Generations of bodybuilders, including legends like Lee Labrada, Sean Ray, and Flex Wheeler, cited him as an inspiration. In fact, to this day, Zane's name is used as a benchmark of symmetry. His signature poses, especially the vacuum pose, 3/4 back pose, and classic front double biceps, are often imitated and rarely matched. Life after competition. After retiring, Frank Zane didn't disappear. He transitioned into teaching, coaching, and writing. He and his wife, Christine Zane, opened the Zane Experience, a private physique coaching retreat in Palm Springs, California. There, clients could train under Zane's guidance, learning his methods, philosophies, and nutrition plans. Zane also authored several books, including The Zane Way to a Beautiful Body, Fabulously Fit Forever, Mind, Body, Spirit, The Zane Way, Frank Zane, The Legendary Physique. These books aren't just about workouts. They delve into psychology, motivation, and self-mastery. Even into his 70s and 80s, Frank maintained a lean, muscular physique. He practiced what he preached: daily training, clean eating, and mental focus. He frequently appeared at bodybuilding expos, speaking engagements, and was inducted into the IFBB Hall of Fame. Awards and honors: Mr. Pennsylvania, 1961, Mr. America, 1968, 1969, 1970. Olympia, 1977, 1978, 1979. IFBB Hall of Fame inductee. Recognized as one of the greatest physiques of all time. Recipient of various Lifetime Achievement Awards in the fitness industry. Personality and public image. Frank Zane wasn't a loud or boastful champion. He was reserved, philosophical, and methodical. He brought a quiet dignity to the sport. He was as comfortable discussing psychology as he was protein intake. He often quoted books, studied Eastern philosophy, and incorporated meditation into his training. He is known for being deeply introspective. In many interviews, he spoke about bodybuilding as a metaphor for life, a constant work in progress. His training journal, meticulously kept for decades, reveals the mind of a man obsessed not with perfection, but with improvement. Zane's calm intellectual approach attracted many non-traditional bodybuilding fans, artists, thinkers, even academics. The Zane aesthetic. If bodybuilding is an art form, Frank Zane was its Michelangelo. His physique was a masterpiece of proportions. Waist, 29 inches, chest, 50 inches, arms, 18 inches, thighs, 26 inches, weight, competition, 185 pounds, height, 5'9". His body was designed for balance. Every muscle flowed into the next. His skin was tight, his conditioning dry, and his posing was fluent and artistic. He didn't just flex, he performed. Conclusion. The timeless champion Frank Zane's story is not just about bodybuilding. It's about discipline, philosophy, and purpose. In a sport often consumed by excess, Zane stood out with minimalism and mastery. He trained as much with his mind as his muscles. He believed in quality over quantity, precision over power. To this day, aspiring bodybuilders study his photos, read his books, and chase that elusive ideal, the Zane aesthetic. In a world that often rewards loudness, Zane's quiet dedication still echoes. Frank Zane didn't just win titles, he changed the game. He sculpted not only his body, but the very soul of bodybuilding.